my darlings, welcome to a new vlog. I hope you can hear me okay above the mega gusts of wind that are blowing up an absolute storm outside the window. We've got another really rainy, stormy day today. By the way, I just was looking at my curls and thinking this is my natural hair colour, like a really dark blonde, and I'm wondering whether I should actually go back to my natural hair colour for autumn. We shall see. My hair is quite dirty today, so I don't know if these heatless curls will have done anything. We'll just let them rest for a little bit. So yeah, it's a really stormy, windy, rainy day today. I'm not planning on going outside much. I'm planning on hunkering down. I checked the weather forecast on my phone this morning and it just had the rain emoji all day. So what I'm planning on doing is putting something cozy on the TV in the background, and I really have had in my mind for a little while that I want to do a lovely slow cooker dinner. I think I'm gonna head to the butcher's and see if I can get some braising beef. I think that would be so delicious. There's just something so nice, especially when you know you've got the whole day at home, to just have something lovely bubbling away on or in the slow cooker. So I think that's the perfect thing to do on a day like today. I did a quick reformer Pilates session this morning. It was more of a, oh, these have actually turned out really well. I just put in some of the 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 super healthy hair oil into day 3 kind of dirty hair, and it's turned out okay. But yes, I had my heatless curls in while I did a quick reformer session. It was more of a stretch class. We actually had no internet at the house this morning. I think, do you know what, whenever it's stormy, the electricity goes down, the internet goes down, and our gates to our property go down as well. So I was stranded for a little while, but luckily I had a couple of classes downloaded on my laptop. So yeah, welcome to a very cozy vlog. I am actually going to be braving the storm and leaving the house later because I've got a really pampering treat. I've booked myself in for a massage with Sally, who does her treatments out of a shepherd's hut tucked away in the middle of a forest. It's really magical, so that's going to be lots of fun. But first of all, let's get this beef, slow cooked beef on the go. I'm going to dash to Village Butcher's to get some braising beef, and then we'll head into the kitchen garden and get some herbs and get everything cooking. Sometimes I do wonder if I've gone a little bit mad. So these are the eggshells from my egg muffins that I made this morning. I've baked them in the 𝑭𝒐𝑎 for a few minutes, and now I'm sprinkling them on my soil to add, I think it's calcium, something good to the soil. Yes, I have gone mad. If you had a compost heap, this would be a much better idea, to put it on your compost. And this is what we actually came down here for, some rosemary and thyme. That's what I wanted. Okay, my darlings, beef bourguignon is slow cooking. I set the slow cooker to 5 hours for now. I think that should be a good amount of time. And already the house smells amazing. It smells like just the ultimate cozy dinner. I have taken off my little bit of makeup that I had on earlier, and we are ready for the ultimate pamper afternoon to commence. I have been so excited to tell you about this ever since I found out about it. You will most likely have seen this on your TikToks or on your YouTube shorts, because The beauty world is losing its mind over this. This is new from Shark Beauty, and in case you wondered, because it took a while for the jigsaw puzzles to match up in my small brain, Shark Beauty, it's the beauty division of Shark Ninja. So my coffee machine, even my slow cooker, Ninja, we're all really familiar with that brand. Shark Beauty is, it's one of the same. This is the new Facial Pro Glow from Shark Beauty. And this is a mega, excuse me, who is texting me? Royal Mail, what have you delivered for me? Ah, my sweet peas, lovely. This is, shush, now my laptop's telling me, oh my gosh. This is really exciting. This is going to be the big thing. This is going to be what is on everybody's Christmas list this year. And for those that maybe before now have been going and getting somewhat expensive extracting and pore cleaning facials, which I've admitted many a time here on YouTube, they are my favorite facials to get, tied with the Bamford signature treatment, because that is just so relaxing. But whenever I go to London, I would get the extracting facial. And if I was to have one of those every month for a year, I think it would cost me around £2,000. So this is saving me a lot of money and will have very similar effects. So this is what the kit looks like. I'll try not to drop anything. So we've got the depuffy. This is really exciting. So as you can see, it looks like half a gua sha tool for sculpting, depuffing, lifting, contouring the face. We've got the charging block in the middle that I have fully charged. And then we have got, this is just so mega exciting. This is an extracting and skincare infusing part of the device. In the box, a couple of the skincare bits and then a few of the nozzles, which we're going to use to do some extracting, which is just the most satisfying thing in the entire world. I cannot wait to get started. So it does say to kick things off, you want to apply a little bit of your favorite serum or oil or moisturizer to give a little bit of slip to the depuffy, and we're going to start with it on the warm mode, and that will really help to open up my pores so that they are ready for the facial to commence. Okay, so a couple of drops of oil to help with the slip. As you can see, it's glowing red, and if I touch it, it's not like hot, it just feels like a hot water bottle, nice and warm. And I'm going to use upward strokes. I just already know this is gonna feel so good, to do a little bit of pore opening. I can use it under the eyes to calm the skin and just give instant radiance, but also prep my skin for the extraction. Oh my gosh, that is just the most divine feeling. I'm gonna get addicted to this. I'm gonna wanna do this every day. Okay, you can really start to see the colour coming to my cheeks. I've been doing this for about 3 minutes and I don't really want to stop because it feels so good. So we can move on to the next stage. Quickly remove some of that oil from my skin. And now we are going to apply the first product. This is the detox product that comes with the kit. It's called Derm Detox AHA and BHA Exfoliating Gel, visibly unclogs pores. So this is going to go on my skin for about 3 minutes before we turn the device on again, and then my skin will be perfectly primed, ready to start the extraction. So I'm going to pop this all over my face. I swear I can already feel this tingling. So I've just done a really thin layer. 3 minutes. Okay, what's the time now? And in the meantime, I'm going to prepare the device for the next stage. 3 minutes later, so I have put on the other attachment that was in the box. I've filled this little compartment up with clean water, and I've popped on the normal skin. There's normal and then there's gentle wide tip attachment. Instruction wise, okay, so basically everywhere except for the T-zone, and it's given me a little routine to follow. I'm so excited to do this. I cannot wait to get all of the gunk out of my skin. Okay, let's turn it on and give it a go. Ooh. So I don't know if you can tell by the sound or what's happening on my skin, but it's like a really gentle little vacuum cleaner. And because we put on that AHA, BHA, and we did the heat bit before, my pores are not only open, but the AHA, BHA detox product is encouraging all of the nastiness inside my pores to get sucked out. This could get addictive. So the areas, that'll be my 3 minutes up. So the areas that you do with this tip are forehead, cheeks, jawline. I've saved the best till last because now I'm going to change the nozzle. I am going to clean the water. I'm not expecting to see anything too awful in this one, but it's always satisfying to see. I mean, this was, can you see, this was obviously crystal clear water when I first put that in. And now, oh, I can see bits floating. That has literally, oh my gosh, this is clever. Can you see there's there's actually a light in here which illuminates, oh my gosh, I can see all the grossness that was literally sitting in my pores, and that was not even my T-zone. Okay, let's do the fun bit. Okay, I've swapped to the T-zone tip and it feels like this is even stronger. Can you hear the suction there? Okay, this is going to be the good bit. By the way, this does not hurt in the slightest. Don't mind me just vacuuming my skin. Cannot wait to see what it gets out of my chin. Oh, this is so fun. Okay, my 3 minutes is up again. Let's take a look inside the next tank. Oh, it's a little bit it's a little bit browner in the color. Ugh. And again, I can see like floating bits in there and I don't even want to know what they are. I'm just glad that they're in here and not in my skin anymore. So now we've taken away the bad stuff, we're going to add back in the good stuff. I'm going to fill the tank now with Infuse, and this is just going to put moisture and goodness back into the skin. So let's give this a clean. I'm still just quite shocked that this is literally the entire facial in one device. I think it's 4 in 1, if not more. So we've had the warm, depuffing, opening of the pores, also just mega relaxing. We've had the exfoliating and the extracting, and now we're going to have the hydrating infusing. So this is the BHA Hydrator to supercharge for a lasting glow and re-energize skin. And we put it into the fill line in here and resume. My skin actually feels amazing. It feels tingly, like something is happening, but not sore at all. And I just kind of love that you can see the blood has come to the surface. I feel like I'm glowing already. The next step is called Soothe and Sculpt, and it does recommend putting on your own serum or moisturizer first. I would say choose wisely what you put on, because obviously right now your pores are open. This skincare is going to go deep into your pores. It's going to have an incredible benefit. And then because we're going to be putting the depuffy, we've changed the top again, it's going to be on the cool mode. The cool action is going to close the pores. So really think about what you put on. I'm going to use the Pi Renewal Serum because I found out about how amazing this is the other day, and I already know that my skin loves it, and it's a nice consistency that is going to give some slip, and it's gentle and natural, so perfect. And now, final step, pressing this, shining blue for the cool mode, and let's, oh, it's cold already, oh my gosh, depuff. I guess that noise you can hear is maybe like an internal fan or something keeping this super cool. Feels amazing. Obviously the extraction, you probably want to do that maybe once a week, but this facial massage, you could do this daily. I think it's going to be something that I have to stop myself from doing every minute of the day. It feels so good. So we're locking in all the goodness that we've just put on the skin, and the actual serums that come with it. You've got peptides, you've got hyaluronic acid, you've got all of the good stuff in there, and then obviously the skincare that we've applied as well. And in the short term, this is going to make my skin lifted and radiant, and in the long term it's really going to help with firmness, collagen, clarity as well. All of the benefits that we get from those expensive salon facials, but in something you can do yourself in like 15 minutes at home. This is a game changer. This, I think, is as much of a game changer as when LEDs first became a thing. Camera ready, wedding ready, special event ready skin at home in as little as 10 minutes, so it's going to be such a game changer for anyone that really takes their skincare and their devices really, really seriously. Oh, it's just been the perfect way to spend a rainy afternoon. I will of course leave this linked in the description box down below, and if you've got any questions about it, please let me know. I will do my very best to answer them. So that setting doesn't have a timer because you can literally do it as long as you want. Look at my skin. Compare this to how dull and unlifted it was at the beginning. That is amazing. That is amazing, and that's just the first try. Imagine how good it's going to be when I get better at doing it, and also the long-term benefits are just going to be so good. So now, with my ultra glowy, ultra clean skin, we move on to part 2 of today's amazing pamper activities. So as I mentioned earlier, I'm heading to see Sally at Solstice Wellbeing. She's got a shepherd's hut in the woods at a hotel near us, and it's currently pouring with rain. I know she's gonna have made it so cozy in there, and I've treated myself to a massage with her. I think I've chosen the herbal, I think she calls it the herbal compress. So that's just going to be the most cozy and relaxing way to spend the next hour, and it's only a very short drive from home, so let's get going. Have you ever seen a cozier space for a treatment? And if we look out the window, the rain is pattering, and the window just looks out onto the forest, trees blowing in the wind. And here's Sally's lovely selection of essential oils. So excited for this. I'll see you in an hour. So this is what, 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅, this is what Sally has just used on my body. So these are the herbal compresses. They're still warm.
Yeah, they're still warm. They retain the heat quite well. And normally I'd steam them, but today I put them in a hot cabbie, so they weren't getting too hot because they retain the heat, as you can feel.
They really do. It's like the lava rocks that you use.
Yeah. And then inside you've got like turmeric, lemongrass, lime peel, myrtle, lots of lovely herbs, but it just helps with like respiratory problems, muscle pain, just the heat itself with like microcirculation, things like that. So it's just a really nice addition, especially as we're going into like the colder months. So we want something cozy and warm.
That's what I was thinking.
Nice like Ayurvedic.
If someone came to you with an ailment, you could almost alter the herbs in it for that ailment, couldn't you?
Yeah, and there's loads that are more kind of skin focused, where you can have like rose petals or coconut. This is more of like, what I would use for ailments, or even like eucalyptus based ones.
Yeah.
But you can get ones that are either skin or then more deep rooted.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Going inside, which is really lovely.
Thank you, darling. Sally and I have a lot in common. She's just shown me this book and knows that I would find it very interesting. So this is one I'm going to add to my wish list. Safe and simple folk medicine treatments for 70 common conditions. So clever. Well, I probably look an absolute mole. I've got so much oil in my hair, and oh my goodness me, that was just absolute heaven. Absolute heaven. Giving myself the facial beforehand was a great shout, but honestly, when it comes to the body, you just cannot beat human touch. I know that sounds a bit weird, but you just can't beat it. Sally is incredible, and I almost don't want to tell you about this. I almost want to gatekeep, but I'm not a gatekeeper. I'm not that mean. Sally is just incredible, and if you are in this area, if you're looking for a treatment in the most amazing of places, as you just saw, the shepherd's hut in the forest, in the woodland, you could hear the leaves rustling around during the treatment, the odd acorn dropping on top of the hut, and just being in nature in such a warm and cozy place with such a lovely lady. It was truly gorgeous. Couldn't recommend it any more highly, and I am going to make time to do that a lot more frequently. I was thinking, for any of you that have watched the vlogs for a while, I think I came and had a massage with Sally on the day that that horrible incident happened in Stratford-upon-Avon. Vlogmas, I think 3 years ago. It was definitely during like peak COVID time, so it's 3 or 4 years ago, Vlogmas. Because I remember being in this car park really shaken up. Or maybe Charlie had a treatment here, I don't know, but I just had deja vu. Anyway, back home now. Well, I'm about to get back home and carry on with the beef bourguignon. I'm gonna whiz together some cheesy leeky mashed potato, and it's gonna be the coziest dinner of all time. Batten the hatches, as they say, because boy oh boy is it stormy outside. Home sweet home to the most incredible smelling kitchen of all time. Oh my goodness me. Oof. This smells like absolute heaven. Ooh. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this. Good morning, my darlings. It's the next day. My goodness, it looks really dark in here. Probably for the better. You don't need to see my hair in too much detail. It's a very blusterous morning this morning. Our poor little trees, I'll show you in a second, our new trees are currently like this. They're being blown away. I think it's Storm Amy. This is the first proper big storm that we've had in the 2025 autumn winter season, and I didn't realize until last year they go through the alphabet. So the first storm is A and then B, C, D. So yeah, Storm Amy is very much here. Yesterday, so rainy, so windy, and today I thought I would go and pick some walnuts after doing my Peloton this morning. But I had to stop because I was fearing for my life. These walnuts, sometimes when they come down from the trees in the shells, they're like this big and they're heavy. And in this wind, they come down with such force. I thought if that hits me in the head, which they were coming down so much that it was quite likely, I thought I may never recover from this. So I'm not walnut picking today until I manage to find a hard hat. I wonder if one of my Holland Cooper hats, they're quite sturdy, that might do the job. I don't know if it would save my life, but there we go. So Charlie and I are just about to head out for a nice little morning walk. He's been feeling a little bit under the weather. He's got his lemon and ginger out. He did not take my elderberry elixir or my lemon and ginger elixir, and I blame him entirely for this cold that he's got. Touch wood that I'm not going to get it now, but yeah, he's not been feeling great. So we're going to head out and, in his words, blow away the cobwebs, hopefully, because although it's very blusterous, it is actually sunny today. What else did I have to report? There was, oh, my skin. Oh my goodness, my skin this morning. I was doing my makeup just now and I've actually had to put a little bit of mattifying powder on my T-zone because I don't think my skin has been this glowy since when I was having regular facials before our wedding. That is how my skin looked this morning in the mirror. I should have shown you when I just had my serums on before I did my makeup, but so clear, so radiant. I am officially the #1 fan of the new Shark beauty product, because so instantly, like yesterday, I was looking at clips from the last vlog and I was thinking, oh my gosh, Josie, you look so tired and your skin looks dull, and I'm just thrilled. So happy. This is the glow through BB cream, bronzer, and then mattifying, you know, the Bare Minerals Bare Pro. I love that product so much, and the radiance is shining through, so I am absolutely thrilled. I think I've got time to make myself a quick coffee before we head out on our walk, so let's get ready to brave the elements. Somebody asked in a recent vlog where we get our nuts and seeds from, and this is the website that I use. I'll show you what I got in this order. Sorry, the lighting is rather yellow, but if I turn the overhead light off, it's just pitch black in here today. So this is what I got in my order. It's a little bit more of a treat order because I did place more of a pantry top-up order last week and I forgot pumpkin seeds. So this was the main reason that I placed this order. Love pumpkin seeds, and especially at this time of year. This, I think I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about shelled hemp seeds. So when I saw they had them on the website, I added them to my basket. Speaking of glowing skin, this is kind of like a plant-based powerhouse ingredient for glowing skin because it's got all 9 essential amino acids in here. So really good for tissue repair and of course collagen in the skin. It's also super high in protein. What else? Healthy fats, omega-3, omega-6 and mega fiber. So basically a superfood for your skin. I will be putting this on top of my yogurt and probably on top of soups and things like that as well. It just seems like such an amazing superfood, and if you love seeds, then good one to add into the mix. And then the treats. So I love chocolate covered nuts and they feel like a slightly healthier treat. So we've got milk chocolate covered almonds ×2, and then this, I'm not gonna lie, I was not expecting them to be quite so small, dark chocolate coated sunflower seeds. But my evening yogurt that I have is kind of like a dessert. So I guess I could put a couple of dark chocolate coated sunflower seeds on my evening yogurt and that would just make it extra delicious. So a sneak peek inside the store cupboard, and great minds think alike because Charlie just said, darling, we've already got a jar of shelled hemp seed, so I've just topped it up. And Charlie obviously found this website, 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅, love the name, British Pulse and Grain Pioneers. So we got the shelled hemp seed grown in the UK from there as well. I'm gonna have a look on this website now. Sounds amazing. And we've also got British grown camelina and blue poppy seeds. I think they also have chia seeds. So all the good stuff. Seeds are just so good for you. So whether you make them into beauty balls or put them on your soups or whatever it is, I'll leave both websites down below, but I'll definitely be checking this place first because it's grown in the UK. How fabulous. Crabapple arch has got so many crab apples this year, but I think they're like rose hips in that you have to wait until the first frost for them to soften a little bit. What are they howling at? Gosh, these naughty children. The wind has also brought down so many apples, and luckily I don't fear for my life when picking these up. I probably should. We all saw when one nearly knocked me out the other day. Of the day, complete with heatless curls. Show us your leaf, mate.
How's that thing got there? I'm pretty sure that's from a walnut.
That is huge!
Unbelievable, right?
Unbelievable! Oh my goodness. It's the biggest leaf I've ever seen. Oh, bye. Listen to that. Woo! Stormy! I love you so much. Okay. Now I'm not too worried because we all know that sausage dogs are complete drama queens. But Dexy seems to have hurt his paw on our walk. Daddy and Mummy had to carry you on the way home, didn't we? Yeah. Mummy make it better? Mummy make it better? Yeah, you'll be okay. You'll be okay, and your brother's gonna help you. You'd make an excellent Dr. Dicky. You're so funny. You're so funny in your little grey whiskers. Okay, it's a few hours later. We timed our dog walk very, very well because it's now blusterous again outside. I think we had the only hour of sunshine this morning. So Charlie and I have actually just got back from a quick trip into our local town, and I filmed a few clips during our trip, but I realized that they would make absolutely no sense without me kind of explaining them. So I thought I would just sit down and explain what we've just been doing, because it's a little bit unusual. We obviously live in a really, really old house, and a lot of people that live near us have got lots of memories of this house, and some people have got memorabilia and things that are quite historically special to the house. And almost a year ago now, it was actually at our church, I think it was like the 900-year anniversary. You might actually remember, I did vlog the day. We came across a gentleman who had loads and loads of old documents about when this place used to be the main kind of farmhouse of the village. And he mentioned that a nearby museum had loads of documents relating to our house. And obviously Charlie and I were really, really interested, and we wanted to find out more. And upon learning more about the documents, the museum actually said, look, you can have these documents in return for a donation. So Charlie and I have just been to a museum that we didn't even know existed in our local town. And it was full of so much memorabilia, whether it was old rationing books from the World Wars or photos that are hundreds and hundreds of years old, where you can really see how the town used to be such a thriving, bustling market town, selling your sheep and cows in the town square and things like that. And we were also shown, I'll show you on the screen here, some really interesting documents from how they used to sell property and animals and even trees and woodlands hundreds of years ago. This particular document on the screen here, you can see how it's listing 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 𝑴𝒆 timber trees. So this is an auction lot of 342 timber trees, and then inside it lists every single individual tree that you would get if you won the auction. There's information about gardens that could have been purchased and farms that could have been purchased. They had old posters from Christmas events, which I think would have been literally going and buying your, literally buying your turkey for Christmas. And then they had these big old posters, which would have been how they advertised houses for sale back hundreds of years ago. So it's really, really fascinating to take a look around at the old museum and see all the documents. And we were able to take away some really interesting documents relating to the history of this house as well. Then we just popped into a couple of antique shops in our local town and a few greengrocers, picked up a few essentials for lunch. I have to say, I just tried the 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 sage croutons that I mentioned in the last vlog. I was watching a video on his like top October cozy dishes, so I thought I would try his sage croutons with my homemade courgette and broccoli soup for lunch, and they weren't very good. They were not as good as my usual croutons, so I think I'm just going to stick to my regular style. But anyway, that's what I've been up to for the last couple of hours, and it's now grey and rainy and blusterous again. So I think what I'm going to do for the next couple of hours is head up to my dressing room, and I think it was in last week's vlog I showed you going through one of the cupboards downstairs and sorting out my outerwear coats, like my really weatherproof Barbours, Long Holland Cooper coats and things like that. But I also have got a few bags of my kind of fashion coats, and I really need to look through those, get rid of a few, make space for maybe 1 or 2 new ones. So I think I'm gonna head upstairs and do that. But I do also have some new bits from Boden. I'm going to be shooting them for Instagram. Hopefully if the weather's nice next week, I'm going to shoot some lovely content for them for my Instagram. But I haven't actually tried on the pieces yet, and I need to try them on before a photo shoot day. So I thought we could quickly do that together first. Now that is a hearty bowl of soup. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm into the first Boden dress, but first I have a very important announcement. These are officially the best sweet treat of all time. That's a really strong statement. I don't know if I agree with myself. That was a very, very bold statement. Right now, these are hitting the spot. They are the milk chocolate almonds, and they're just amazing. Just had to tell you that because my mouth is watering just thinking about the 11 that I've just eaten. I'm gonna be munching on these in between getting ready. But okay, so we do have a success for the first piece. I knew as soon as I saw this one on the website that I was going to absolutely love this, so please excuse the fact that you can see a bit of white through it because I have still got my thermal top on underneath that I've had on all day today, so it is adding a little bit of thickness, but it's absolutely gorgeous. I love the colour of this. I love knitted dresses. I always have done. I just find them not only so comfortable, but also when you're in a knitted dress, you don't need to worry about anything else. You don't need to worry about mixing and matching things together because the dress is the entire outfit, and I love that. So I haven't accessorized with anything yet, but we'll do that together now. It does have a little bow detail around the waist, which I think is so pretty, and the length is kind of ankle length. So how I'm going to style it is with my favourite 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 Regina boots. Is it Josie 12 our discount code for 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅? I think possibly. I know I've mentioned these boots, I've spoken about them so much, but they are the boots. I just recently got this colour. Before and still now I've got the more kind of warm cinnamon colour as well, which I also love. But I just find, you know, the heel height is perfect. I find the toe shape not rounded, not pointed, it's just kind of in the middle. What would you call it? Like a ballet block kind of shape to the toe. I find it the most flattering and the most modern. The dark chocolate colour I'm finding incredibly versatile. They are ridiculously comfortable, and very importantly for this time of year, they are waterproof, which seems crazy because they're fabric. They're like this sock fabric, but they're kind of magical because the water just repels off them. So on those days when it's been sunny, like literally like today, and then pouring with rain, these boots have been perfect. Look, the sun's just come out. This is totally bonkers, and I find that they're just the perfect height up my leg, that when I'm in a dress like this you don't see any leg, because I actually don't want that. I don't want you to see leg, and yeah, I don't want them to be high. That's not very flattering. But yeah, I think the colour of them is amazing, the comfort, the practicality. So yeah, I'll definitely be wearing these with this dress. And then I thought to smarten it up, I've got this jacket from 𝑚&𝑚, but I got it last year and I've actually not yet taken out the label. So I really need to make sure that I wear it this autumn, because I feel like once you're in deep winter, something like this is not going to be warm enough. But as something over the shoulders, just to smarten it up a bit, I think that looks really lovely. And to match the shoes, now I'm looking at it, I don't know if the two different browns are probably not the best idea, but this is my fabulous Songmont bag, and it's just super practical, fits everything in, not too big, and it's got the straps that you can wear a million different ways. I think the jacket's throwing me off. I'm not enjoying how that looks with the outfit, but the dress I love, the bag I love, the boots I love, the colour of this, the fact that you can squeeze on your thermal underneath. I think it's just absolutely perfect for this time of year. I've got a day in London next week, and I think this will be a perfect dress for wearing into the city for my day of meetings. Okay, up next we have got this absolutely fabulous do you call this Fair Isle? I'm pretty sure it's a Fair Isle pattern. Beautiful jumper. It's just the most comfortable and kind of classic fit that you could possibly imagine. Perfect for wearing with some high-waisted jeans. These ones are actually not ridiculously high-waisted, they're just kind of waisted. That sounds a bit weird, but the jeans are actually a barrel leg silhouette, which I said in my trend video literally last year that it was a trend that I thought I was not going to go near, but I have to say these looked really cool on the website, so I thought I'd give them a try. However, I'm not sure that they're terribly flattering, so please let me know what you think. Bear in mind I'm not particularly tall, and I am particularly hippie. I do have quite wide hips, so I'm just not sure that they are giving the vibe that I wanted to give, but I thought with an outfit like this you could wear some nice cozy Uggs, and it's the kind of thing that I would wear for, like, I don't know, just a day in the office, just at work. So I've put all of my essentials in the Fairfax and Favour big bag. This is, to be honest, the bag that I'm using as my everyday handbag at the moment. I really like this kind of plaited design. I think it's just a real classic, and there's not like mega big branding on it or anything. Perfect size, really good quality, and the colour just goes with everything. But yes, I think the jumper is a yes. The jeans are a TBC, so yeah, let me know what you think on the trousers. So this dress I think is going to be a little bit Marmite. I think you're either going to love it or you're going to think it's impossible to wear. I actually think this is the perfect dress for those occasions where you want to be comfortable, but you want to really look as though you've carefully considered your outfit and you do want to be a little bit trendy. So it is this tartan material. Let me tell you, by the way, this is so comfortable. And yes, of course, I've still got the thermal on. It's chilly today, but also it's important to know that you can wear a thermal underneath these things, because let's face it, I don't like being cold. When it comes to, I mean, it's only going to be a couple of weeks until we're doing like Halloween at Blenheim Palace and, you know, more kind of outdoorsy fun things, but maybe you also want to look a little bit smarter. So things like this are just absolutely perfect. If your friends invite you for a Sunday roast at a pub lunch, then this is just perfection for times like that. So I have cinched the dress in just a tiny bit with my own belt. Didn't come with a belt, but it doesn't have any belt loops, but that really doesn't bother me that much. It's got a little bit of elasticity and stretch to it. I think the colours are just really lovely. It's a very, I don't know if this sounds weird, but a very warm blue. It's definitely not a cool tone blue, so it's still nice and flattering if you've got similar kind of colourings to me. Midi length. I think I would probably wear this. I've actually grabbed these boots, and I think I would probably style a dress like this with some midi length boots, something to loosely match in with the bag. Did I say bag? I meant belt. I was thinking about what bag I would wear with it. To be honest, anything. And then if it's not quite cool enough for a coat, you could just pop a knit, something brown. Well, to be honest, there's so many different tones in the dress. You could pull out creams, you could pull out burgundies or greens, obviously, but I think just to keep it neutral, just having a knit over your shoulders or tied in a little bow. I love it. I think this is such a nice outfit and so ridiculously comfortable, so warm with the thermal on underneath. It's kind of a little bit different, I think, for Boden, but I really, really like it. All of these pieces that I'm sharing with you will, of course, be linked down below, and what I will have done for all these outfits is had a little QR code on the screen here so you can shop them from your phone, because I know that lots of you are watching these videos from your TV, which I think is really cool. Send me a snap on Instagram of your cozy viewing setup. I would love to see it. So I've got one more piece from Boden that I want to share with you, and I think it's probably going to be the biggest hit of all the pieces because everyone loves a cozy jumper. So we are finishing off with a big chunky cable knit. This one is a really nice high neck design, really thick, super thick chunky cable knit, and I love this button detail down the side here. It really adds a nice touch to the knit. I thought I would style it with this pair of quite high-waisted trousers. These are ridiculously comfortable. They do have belt loops, which I really like, because sometimes with trousers like this I think it looks nice to style with a belt. They've got a pocket detail. They're smart enough that when I'm working from home I don't feel like I'm literally wearing loungewear, and yet they are just so comfortable thanks to the material. So there we go, that's the new in pieces in my wardrobe from Boden. Can't wait to shoot them for Instagram next week. I think we're gonna capture some really nice cozy content. Let me know what your favorites are, anything that you think is a winner, anything that you might want to add to your own wardrobe. As I said, I'll leave them linked down below. Now, I had every intention of doing a winter coat sort, but I've said this before, whenever I'm doing a clear out I have to be in quite a specific mindset, especially if I do have the intention of getting rid of some things, and I'm just not in that mindset right now. I'm not feeling decisive, if that makes sense. So I think I'm just gonna head downstairs. Charlie's lit the fire, we're gonna stick something on the TV and just chill for the rest of the afternoon. He's still not feeling 100%, so I think an afternoon on the sofa is on the cards. Okay, and just to very quickly show you what I have changed into for the afternoon, I think you guys have seen this outfit in every single one of the last few vlogs, because this is what I'm wearing as soon as, you know, the day is done and I just want to be in something comfy at home. I really hope this is still in stock because it is just the best little two-piece. Apologies, as I said, I have shown it to you a lot, but in case anyone's not seen it, it's basically the matching little two-piece. So I've got the cable knit wide leg trousers and woo, the jumper in the white or just off-white cable knit. It is so comfortable. It is, do you know what? I'm actually going to go on the internet right now and order myself, I know it seems a bit silly, but I'm going to order a second set because I just know, like my wide leg lily silk trousers, I'm gutted that I've got a mark on those. We're having curry tonight. I'm living life on the edge by wearing this. So I think a second set would probably be a good idea. But there we go, comfiest outfit of all time. If when you're at home you just want to be wearing something that's just so cozy, and the fact that it's matching top and bottoms in my mind makes it a little bit chic, a little bit considered, more so than just, yeah, odds and ends. But there we go, this is the outfit for the rest of the day. Now I cannot wait to get on the sofa and chill. Okay, seeing as Charlie's not feeling 100%, I'm in charge of dinner again, and I realised I did not update you on how amazing the beef bourguignon stew was that I made yesterday. It was mouth-wateringly delicious with peas and leeks, creamy cheesy mash and broccoli in the oven. It was absolutely 10 out of 10 and just made even better knowing how full of goodness it was. And I ended up making such a big portion that I've actually got basically 2 big Tupperwares still of the stew left over. So tomorrow my plan is to actually make a pie. I did get out, you might have seen at the very, very beginning of the video, I got this book out from the bookshelf. It's called The Pie Room, and I saved this page. I will definitely at one point in the not too distant future be making a mac and cheese pie, but I thought surely in here they're going to have a recipe just for a basic, yeah, literally page 44 pastry dough. So I'm going to turn the leftover beef stew into a delicious pie for tomorrow, which I cannot wait for. But tonight for dinner, oh yes, one thing that I seriously miss about not living near a city or in London anymore is not getting Deliveroo. So we don't get, you know, oh gosh, when we used to live in Clapham, the deliveries that we could get were so amazing, but Dishoom do deliveries. However, we planned on doing a breakfast tomorrow morning, but we've already eaten the bacon. Oops-a-daisy. So we've basically got naans left from this breakfast kit. We order it every now and then. It's a really nice treat. And so basically we have got 𝑑𝑠�Ｈ𝑢𝑚 naans that you actually cook yourself. And then curry-wise, Charlie's just gone out to the freezer. I think we've got either 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 or 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 curry. So that is the plan for this evening, and I cannot wait. If you do a 𝑑𝑠�Ｈ𝑢𝑚 order as well, their mango chutney, chef's kiss, no weird ingredients. It's actually the best of all the mango chutneys we could find. We also get the 𝑭𝒐𝑡𝑎's one from Sainsbury's, Waitrose, wherever, but the ingredients in this one are the absolute best. So 𝑑𝑠�Ｈ𝑢𝑚 mango chutney, amazing. I don't know if you can get it on a card or anything like that, possibly, but if you're going to get a delivery box, you might as well get their mango chutney. Let me know down below, what are your favourite curries that you can buy from supermarkets to keep in the freezer? Because we don't have Deliveroo, I have to rely on having a freezer full of things for when the mood strikes. So if you've got a favourite curry that you can get from a supermarket and keep in the freezer at home, please let me know your favourites down below. And also, just to update anybody that was worrying about Dexy's paw, because I mentioned earlier in the video when we got back from our walk he was being very precious. Well, he's completely forgotten about it now, haven't you? You've completely forgotten about your poorly paw. He's completely forgotten about having a poorly paw. I love you. You're the best dog in the world. Mummy, you are so embarrassing. I feel like this is the perfect thing to share with you at the end of a cozy couple of days at home stormy weather vlog. This is a very incredible delivery. This is the Cowshed 2025 24-day advent calendar. I got this last year as well, and I have to say, oh, it's hard to say which is a favourite, but Cowshed products are just divine. I remember last year, and I'm imagining again this year, candles, body lotions, the most amazing facial oil. The facial oil would actually be really good for using with the Shark device that I showed you yesterday afternoon. Hello, Bunny Rabbit. Have you been out exploring with your daddy? Have you? Helping daddy collect logs? Ooh la la. I forgot how this comes. It's actually really clever. So the boxes, because everything is different shapes and sizes, everything comes in a numbered box like so. I won't spoil all the surprises for you, but I feel like Cowshed, this would actually be a really nice gift if you're invited over to someone's house for like a dinner party or something, because his and hers can share a Cowshed calendar. Oh my gosh, I'm not sharing this. The calming body oil. If you have ever been for a spa treatment at Soho House, and Sally that I went to see yesterday, she actually used to work at Soho Farmhouse, and she uses a lot of the Cowshed products in her treatments. So this is the calming body oil. I think this would be such a nice one to apply before bed, just to really inhale the fragrances. Oh, that smells like frangipane. No. Essential oils of lavender, eucalyptus and chamomile. You could just pop this over your chest and neck and give yourself a little bit of a massage before bed. That smells heavenly. That's going straight in the bedside table. Let's see what's in box number 8. Incredibly generous product sizes. This is one of their candles with ylang ylang, rose and linden blossom. We were just saying as well, anything that maybe you don't need any more of, or products that you already have, you could give these away individually as little gifts. They're all so heavy. I feel like there must be a lot of full-size products in here. Oh my goodness, there's a hand wash? Yeah, hand cream. Their hand cream is one of the best smelling hand creams in the entire world. This one, and they're all made with really lovely ingredients as well. Shea, grapefruit and coriander. Very fresh, very, very nice. So yeah, if you're looking for just the ultimate hamper style gift to take to someone's house as a thank you, or to treat your husband to, knowing that maybe you'll get to enjoy some of the products as well, or if there are any husbands listening wanting to buy an incredibly indulgent gift. And you also get the Cowshed hamper as well. So a really, really fabulous idea for as we approach the gifting season. I was about to say I'll leave a link down below when my camera battery died. So we've got, this is a brand called Cook. They do a lot of freezer meals. Actually, I was watching Madeline Olivia's vlog and she's just had a baby, sweet little Elowen, and I think it was her father-in-law sent them a huge amount of a load of Cook meals, and she was saying that as someone who's just given birth and really does not have the time nor energy to cook, it was a real just fantastic thing to receive. And yeah, they're really nice ingredients. It says higher welfare British chicken breast. Madeline is vegan, so they obviously have lots of vegan options as well, with yogurt, lemon and paprika in a creamy tomato sauce. Yum, yum, yum.